Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, hey guys, doing Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, Legionnaires, and any new recruits. As always, really appreciate you all taking the time to check out my channel and my videos. Attention troops, now listen up. This is a channel that tests out knives. And if you're interested, stick around because we're going to do some cringy, hardcore stuff. In front of you today, we are taking a look at the GTKii GTK33 Tanto in AUS10 steel. A pretty unique looking blade. Not an outdoor knife by any means, however. We're going to put it to the test. We're going to do it my way. Let's see how this knife performs. What's everybody carrying? Well, once again, I have my Hytron Pathright in 14C2010 steel. Go check out the video on this blade. It's pretty nice. What is everybody carrying? Veterans, active military, as always, I just want to say thank you very much for your service. Enjoy this video. Okay, quick specs. Let's do this once again. This is the GTKii GTK33 Tanto in AUS10 steel. Overall length 15.3 inch, blade length 8.5 inch, blade steel AUS10. Blade hardness 59 to 61 HRC, blade thickness 8 millimeters, blade width 1.4 inch. Handle material is G10. This one comes in black. They do have a green one. Handle length 6.8 inch, enough for any gorilla sized hand. Handle thickness is 0.63 inch. Weight, a hefty 23.7 ounce, and with the sheath, it's 29.7 ounce. Features full tang lanyard hole. It did come with a lanyard, a pretty nice Kydex sheath, and a TekLoc. And just one thing I want to mention, I noticed that the secondary bevel, it seems to be a convex grind, you know, so kind of like a teardrop shape. Pretty interesting. So we're going to see how it performs. Let's do a quick close-up of this crazy looking blade. Now, I did do a Legion premiere on this. If you want some real detail, go check that video out. But as you could see, it is what looks like a mid saber grind or high saber grind. There's actually a slight hollow grind to this knife. Okay, it is not flat. Now, like I said, I mentioned before, just a few minutes ago, I think that secondary bevel is more convex than a flat type of grind. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how it's going to perform. Look how thick that is. That's insane. I will test out the spine as usual. All right, full tang goodness right here. This is full tang. It does have this heavy guard. And I'm kind of wondering, you know, one of these days I'm going to take this off and see if this is removable. But it is a hefty, hefty blade. However, no matter how you hold it, okay, it feels pretty good. And just a crazy, crazy, crazy blade. It is heavy, man. It is heavy. So, you know, we're going to test it out my way and see how she performs, okay? Scales are removable. Comes in black and green handles. I love the texturing of the handle. You can see how thick that guard is, and I guarantee you that's adding a ton of weight on this blade. Has a protruding tang and a lanyard hole, and it did come with that lanyard there. I didn't have to provide it. So once again, go check out the Legion premiere on this blade. Now let's take a look at this sheath. This sheath is also crazy, man. They did a nice job with this sheath. All right, it is pancake style. Okay, it does have a TekLoc. All right, for upright scout carry. It's just very thick and very, very heavy duty. And you could see there's a drainage hole there, plenty of rivets if you want to put a ton of paracord on this one. Now, let me just pop the knife in and show you. All right, you can see it snaps in. It has these two tabs over here that hold in that guard. You're going to have to open one of those tabs up to push the knife out. But it seems to have some retention, okay? It's not coming out. It is a little noisy. It does have some back and forth play. Nothing up and down though. But again, with that thumb, we pop out the knife, we're good to go, and that's what we're going to do. Let's test this knife out, man. I'm kind of really interested in see how this works out. Okay, let's get started. I want to give a shout out to my daughter-in-law. She got me these cut resistant gloves. However, you know, in a tactical type environment, if you were to take this out into the field for whatever reason, all right, I just wanted to show you, because I guess it's combat, you know, it's a heavy duty combat knife, but I guess it's combat. I just want to show everybody, you know, what a tactical glove and holding the knife feels like. So I'm gonna do a little chopping with the glove. All right, I'm gonna use the lanyard, and we're gonna see. All right, let's go. This is the last of my wood here, so I'm going to try and save it, but hopefully I could take a little break from doing some testing, so give me enough time to go out and grab some more wood. So let's see. All right, let's give it a go. Let me just tighten this up some. All right, good, and we're off. Now there's plenty of blade here, and as already you could see, I'm laughing because I can't believe I'm testing out this crazy knife, but you could see the discoloration already. So not an outdoor knife by any means. At least that is my opinion. You know, I'm sure there's going to be some people who are going to fall in love with this and use it. And you know what? More power to you, man. And I hope I, reinforce your decision that you made in purchasing this awesome blade. But man, oh man, look at that. Now, 2 people who are native to Florida have told me that this is Florida oak. So this is some hard stuff. Good for testing. Wow, look at that. Look at that cut right there, man. Wow, okay. Cool. All right, let's take a look at this blade so far. Looking good. Nuts. That's crazy, man. Okay. You could see how that's cutting right there. I got to tell you, man, I am in awe. And while, you know, I'm showing everybody, look at that. All right. Very cool. Hey, it's doing the job, man. It's doing the job. That chunk it just took out. That's a crazy blade, man. Just insane. All right, look at that cut. Look at that cut. All right, so, you know, I'm not a expert on, you know, Japanese style blades. However, so far the handle isn't coming loose. You know, it's got that ergonomical curve. I mean, if you wanted to, you could use almost a hand and half here, you know. Yeah. I'm freaking out, man. I can't believe that I'm testing this blade. So very cool. That's a nice chunk. It just went flying. Woo. Look at that. All right, once again, while I'm on camera, because people are accusing me that I switch out the blade. So here you go. That's looking good. Excuse me. All right. We're almost through. Very cool, man. Very cool, in my opinion. All right. Let me pick that up. We'll do a little bit of batoning. Took that glove off. Just want to let everybody know. And I guess a little bit of good news maybe for some of you. My guard is loose. So I think maybe the handle may have shifted a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. But the guard is loose. That means it probably comes off, which is, if people out there just wanted to use the knife without the guard, I think it's a possibility. So now I'm going to do a little V-notch batoning so I could make some feather sticks with this. Okay, so different species of wood here, just as hard. Okay, you can see the marks over here that I made. I'm going to do it throughout the whole blade. I think it might be time for a new baton. This one has seen some better days, but I don't know what wood this is. This is another hard piece that I got from New York, and it's lasted me a long time. Try this front part over here. So just trying to show everybody that I am trying to use as much of this blade as I can. A nice little thin slice right there. You could hear the guard rattle a bit. I'm going to leave it alone. Very nice, precise cut. Let me see if I can do the rear over here. All right, you can see how that is penetrating through the wood. All right. And let's show the knife blade to everybody. There you go. That right there is a little piece of wood. All right. Looking good so far. Let's keep going. Nice deep cut, right? Nice little wedge right here. Lots of blade, man, lots of blade. Okay, let's see if I can get this little area over here. This keeps on moving around on me, sorry about that. Just trying to make this a little bit wider here. Come on now, stop moving around here. All right. Nice cut, nice cut. Nice cut. Okay, we're almost through. You could hear that rattle. It's actually annoying for me. Oops. I was hoping to go all the way through, but no luck. Okay, so we're almost there. Damn it. There's the blade for all you non-believers. All right. Let me just pick that up. Let me just pick that up real quick while you're looking at the blade. No shenanigans going on. This thing's bouncing around right now. So let's do it this way. Tough piece of wood, man. I think somebody also accused me saying that this is balsam wood. Balsa wood, I don't know, that very, very lightweight wood. The shit some of us have to go through, man, in any case. All right, let me pick those pieces up, okay? Here you go, man. This is what I'm going to use to do some horizontal batoning. But once again, let's take a look at the blade. That is definitely loose, okay, which is good news. That's a piece of wood right there. That is not a chip. Yeah, take a look at the blade, guys, gals. There you go. All right, good. Let's move on. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Before I do that, okay, I have some wood to test right here for the edge retention. Okay. So I have some of this stuff right here. Okay, there you go. This is AUS10 steel. So far, so good. It's a big blade, so trying to do the finer stuff might be a little difficult for me, but nice. So far, so good. That's good. So here's some of the harder stuff right here. This is that kiln dried wood. See, it's coming off. All right. Trying to make curls for you guys. Hold on a second. There you go. All right. So edge retention is looking good. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's do some vertical batoning. Okay. Hopefully I don't hit my camera. You hear the chink, 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 chink. It's this guard. It's loose. All right, no big deal. I'm just going to quarter this, and then I'm going to do the horizontal batoning. Okay. So I know I can go even thinner than this. Let me just quarter this one more time. I'll do the front part of the blade here. All right, let's see. There you go. Nice little curls here for you. Great. Let me set up for the horizontal baton. So these feather sticks I made yesterday, or kindling I made yesterday. And what I want to do is I just want to quarter this and then test out the sharpness. So just want to tell you in advance so everybody knows. All right, so again, I'm going to utilize the whole blade here. Whoops. Okay, split. Nice. Once again, utilizing the whole blade. Let me just put these down 1 second. Okay, let's do it again. I'm gonna have to do it this way because it's a little bouncy. All right, well, in any case, let me show you the blade rattle sharp. Okay, and you saw that I used the whole blade to cut and split this wood. So, all right. Well, the blade is in the camera view. I can't believe I got to do this shit, man. In any case, I guess I got to prove to some fucking morons out there, you know. Look at that. Look at that curl I just made. Look at that. There you go, nice and thin. All right. And this wood is this exact same wood. Let's see the hard stuff now. This is challenging. All right, there you go. Just a little example. Good to go with horizontal and vertical batoning. Once again, there you go. Nice. All right. I just want everybody to see how thick that Tanto tip is. Just a quick tip test. Okay, I've got two different species of wood here. That oak, I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it's definitely not that balsam wood. But let's test out the tip. All right, it's a thick tip, so all right, I don't think this is going to break or come off anytime soon, like two other companies that I know. And you could see the nice wedge marks right there that it's making. So, you know, the handle is very comfortable. Although, again, you know, the guard is loose, all right? So the G10 scales have shifted, all right? Let's see if I could do this safely now. I'm gonna have to baton it down a little bit. Where's my baton? All right, whatever. Okay, now being that this is so thick, the stock of the blade, it's going to take some time to get through, but you could see kind of a massive, massive gap it made over here. So let's finish it off here. And it's starting to come apart anyway, so it doesn't matter. Great. All right, and you could see the way the Tanto tip went in, and looks good. All right, so let me just put this down, and let's try this other species over here. Okay. Okay, good. So it's so thick. You know, it's not a nice thin tapered tip where it'll just go right through. It's going to take a couple of strikes like that. All right, to go through, and there she is, man. Tanto tip and all. All right, so let's see. That tip looks good. All right, so I'm going to camp tasks, man. Actually, you know what? Let me do a feather stick and individual curls, because that's my shtick. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. All right. I definitely would recommend, at least with this knife, carry something for sure that is, you know, a companion like this blade. Okay, that's nice and thin. With something this thick, if you're crazy enough to go take this out camping or whatever, you know, definitely take a little bit smaller knife. But in any case, you could see. Okay, I'm just trying to make these nice and thin. Nice. All right, good. So that's one example. I got the hard kiln right over here. Okay, you can see a few pieces right here. Let me separate them. Whoops. There you go. Awkward to say the least doing this type of, this type of work because this is definitely in the way. I don't want to put my thumb here in case a splinter goes up and hits my thumb. I guess you could, if you wanted to, do this, you know. Let me see. I hate doing it this way, but I guess for video purposes, all right. Okay, so it's doing it. I like it better this way. Okay. There you go, troops. There you go. Two different pieces of wood. This is the hard kiln. This is whatever that other wood is. Let me see if I could make some kind of a feather stick here for everybody. Yeah, here we go. Nice. All right, looking good. We are looking good here. And again, not the greatest feather stick. I would definitely recommend taking another knife with you for sure to do the smaller work, but there's nothing wrong using this knife, I guess, for chopping, batoning, you know, what have you, man. I mean, you saw what it did. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's do some simple camp tasks. I got to tighten up that really bugs me, man. Just the noise, you know. But I got a few things here. I also have some fat wood. I want to try the spine because the spine seems pretty sharp. And I want to spark a ferro rod because I know for a fact that there's going to be some people taking this out to their campsite, which is, you know, nothing wrong with that. You know, and if you do take it out to your campsite, okay, you might need to cut up a little paracord, do a little chop maybe, a little push cut, all right? So that's good to go. Let me just put this down. And now we have some thick natural rope. So let's see how she does here, which you got the whole blade, right? So that worked good. Let's do a little chop. And then just a quick push cut. All right, nice. So I have some very thick twist tie, okay? Over here. This always gives me a challenge no matter what knife I use, all right? So, see? Whoops. Damn it. I got to pick that up, but done deal here. Chopperoni, right? Who says you can't have fun out in the field, right? And all right, while this is in camera, let me just pick that other tie up off the floor. These are ties that hold pallets of shingles because they're constructing in my area here. Okay, a little awkward, but now that I got it, okay, done. And let's see, chop. All right, let's, okay, while that's on camera, well, I'm not gonna be doing really any cutting. Well, maybe. I'm gonna save this angle over here for the scraping, but just to show you, that blade is making some nice, fine, little fat wood curls right here. Okay, there you go. So that'll be good for the end of the video. I'm just going to get this out of the way because I'm not going to start a fire in my garage. It would be irresponsible of me. Spine. Oh yeah, look at that. I was doing it in a jimping area. I'm going to do it in right by the guard. Not as good as the jimping area. Okay, you're not going to get a wide, wide type of scrape unless you're using, the end. And then, over here, it becomes awkward the farther out you go. But you could see that it made, let me get this out of the way here. You could see that it made a little bit of fluff. All right. Now, last but not least, first of all, let me get this out of the way. Now, let's see. Yep. So I used the jimping area to spark this up, and this little part of the spine over here. I'm sure you could use this, but you know what? I'm good to go with this, man. This did pretty awesome. Again, not something that you would take out in the field, okay? But now you know that if you were to purchase this, you're going to get a pretty tough knife, okay? Oh man, what a cool blade, okay? Not only is it a cool blade, but as you can see, it's absolutely functional. Pretty cool, man. The GTKii GTK33, go check it out on Amazon. Hey, listen, I had my doubts. It surprised me. The only issue with this knife that I encountered is the guard came loose, and that's because the scales were pushed back a little bit from all that abuse. This is not a knife to do this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So this is a combat knife. But the good news is that we know now that we could probably take off that guard. If you just want to have one straight Tanto blade, maybe conceal it down, down your trousers or whatever, you might have that possibility now. So, just another option. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, as always, just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to check out my channel and this video. I hope you made it this long, man. I'm still laughing because I'm sure there are a lot of haters out there who can't believe what they just saw. In any case, man, great budget blade. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, pause at the slides, call those phone numbers, surf those websites. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, as always, at the ready, hold the line, take care.
Legionnaires!